Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who watch this video. I hope you enjoy it. And that this video is finding you in high spirits and everything's going wonderful for you. Today we're talking about this Chinese fantasy time period show called Fateful Love. It's about 40 episodes long. You can find this on the Viki Rakuten app. And it's basically about this young woman who's in the military. They're on a mission. She runs into this knife that transports her back in time. And it's a time period, it got some political upheaval, I guess you could say. She ends up marrying a prince who's in contention with his brother to be the next king, next, basically the crown prince. Let me get my words right? The next crown prince. And then eventually there's other kingdoms they have to do battle with because you've got a wicked king trying to take over this continent. And plus, she turns out to be a woman from this island who are discriminated against because back in the past, they were turned into puppets, as they would say. And these puppets would try and take over the continent, so they were all destroyed. And she's kind of like a descendant from this continent. And it gets kind of confusing from there because you don't really get to know why she actually goes back into the past, why this knife takes her to the past. You don't know why she embodies or inherits the body that she's in. Her soul actually enters the body of another person, so you don't really know what happens there. It doesn't really explain that very well. Actually, they kind of ignore that issue throughout this. Out this movie, I guess they figure by the time you get to episode 40, you'll forget what happened in episode 1 and 2, and at the beginning of this movie. And like, is she really related to these people from this island in real life? What is really going on? Did these events actually happen, or is it kind of like the Wizard of Oz? Where Dorothy gets knocked out, she goes to Oz. And then she wakes up and it's a dream, Is this what's going on? That's kind of how it, it's kind of, I don't know. Hopefully I didn't really ruin the ending there. But they don't really explain anything. It's kind of how it feels as you're watching this series, I guess you can say. Of course, it has a lot of romance in this movie, but it has actually some really good fighting scenes. The fighting scenes are very well choreographed. As long as it is like one-on-one combat, it's really good. It's interesting to watch them, battle it out on the screen. But when they have like the massive armies going against each other, it's kind of a big letdown. You can kind of tell there's only like 10 or 15 people on the screen. You got like a lot of extreme close-ups on the actors as they're fighting, so you can't really see what's going on in the background to give away the illusion that they don't really have that many actors actually fighting, in the battle. But so long as it's like the one-on-one duels that they have, there's plenty of those in this movie. Excellent. They got an interesting magic system in this. You got like her magic system is like music. She plays I can't pronounce it, but she plays an instrument, and as she's playing it, she's able to like deal out blows kind of like through the sound and stuff. She can kind of hit her enemies. And each little kingdom kind of has their special technique to do battle and stuff like that. It's so that part, the magic system is interesting. I did find it. And I also like the political intrigue that they're at the beginning. As he's battling his brother, trying to gain favor to be the next crown prince. That goes on for a little while. And then, it's a traveling to each kingdom for political for political reasons. Each kingdom, they got their own problems they got to solve. There's also like the grand mystery, like what really happened to these people? Why did they turn into puppets? They're trying to find musical notes to help solve the answers. So she's trying to get back into her present day time period, which still they don't really explain why. I don't know. Maybe you watch it. If you've seen this, maybe you could explain it to me. I never really caught on why she was able to travel back in time. What's so special about the knife she got? Was she really the daughter of this queen of this island? Those kind of mysteries are those are kind of like the mysteries of the show, and I don't really feel like they really answer them whatsoever. One thing I do enjoy about Chinese historic dramas and fantasy is like it's something you can watch with your whole family. You don't have to worry about anything. It's like you can really, it's kind of like really family dramas. You do got some adult stuff. You know, there is a little bit of torture and people getting whipped and stuff like that going on. But it's kind of like PG, maybe at the most PG-13 scenes. I did actually stuck out through the whole 40 episodes, so it was enough of a story to keep me interested. But I'm not going to say this was great. I'm not even going to say it was good. I don't know. Once I got through like the first 10 to 15, I was like, well, I might as well watch the whole 40. There's been a plenty of Chinese historic dramas that I've watched where after about the first 5 or 10 episodes, I was like, this ain't going nowhere. And I just stopped because I don't want to waste watching 40. And this one, it was actually good enough. The story was good. The acting was great. You know, you really got behind these characters for me to go through the whole 40. I was just hoping that more of these questions would have been eventually answered. You know, you can withhold answers to these questions that you raise for such a long time, but eventually, you know, as a viewer, I would like for them to be answered and for me to try to answer myself and put out theories that may or may not be true. You know, it would be nice to know more about the knife, more about who she is, like what is really going on, what is reality, and stuff like that. So I'm going to give this recommend this with caution. Like I said, this have great fighting scenes. If you like romance, the romance story is very well written. You do get kind of like a love triangle thing going on, but it's not overwhelming. I really don't like love triangles, but this one was bearable. But the large downfalls is I feel like none of the mysteries were really solved, and that too many questions were still lingering at the end when you finish this. Like what did this stuff really happen? Did that happen? It's kind of up in the air, a toss up. Was she go to another dimension? I mean, what's going on here? Because she can't really make this up because people she's meeting she's never met before. You know, at least in Wizard of Oz, you know, the Wicked Witch was the lady on the bicycle, right? And the wizard was the guy she met in that little trailer when the tornado happened and stuff like that. But in this one, like the people she's met, she didn't meet in real life. So kind of leaves up like, this is real? Is that not real? Watch it. You can decide for yourself. But I'll recommend it with caution. Overall, the storytelling was, besides the major plot points, the little ones were okay. You get your guys that you really hate. You hope nasty things happens to them. You got characters you love. You hope nothing bad happens to them. It's a pretty safe film in that show in that regards. You know, yeah. So you're like you get free to like somebody without really fearing that they're gonna die. There's only one death that's in there. That's to a character that you might enjoy. So, but that's about it. Everything else pretty safe. So I've recommended it with caution. If you have time, check this out. It's not the best Chinese drama fantasy that's out there, but it's pretty decent. Anyways, have a great day, and hopefully you see me in another review. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you see this show, leave comments below. Interested in reading what you think about it. I'll give this a blah. Like I said, I recommend with caution. It's not the best, not really good. It says it was good enough for me to get through, and that's about it. Time for me to like never watch it again. Anyways, have a great day. Bye.